Hello, everybody, and welcome yourselves to the Division 2 playoffs of the ECC here today. Of course, yesterday we had a Div 3 action where we crowned the champions, Ascension Corners. Now we're here with 4 best of 7s in total. That these teams will be fighting it out to determine who will be the champions. We are having Expansion Academy, DSC8, Snakebite, and Ascension all playing for the title today. And so we'll see who comes out on top. But before we dive into our first game, of course, we've got to introduce ourselves. Of course, my name is Faded, and joining me is the one and only Savvy. How are you today, man?
I'm doing great, thanks. I hope we're in for some more action here. Ascension on the other side of the bracket here, looking to make it 2 for 2 for their organisation in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure, it's going to be some exciting stuff here. So, of course, our first match of the playoffs is going to be Expansion Academy and Snakebite. Coming out here, of course, is the number 1 seed against the number 4 seed. And, of course, I'll take a quick rundown of the lineup. So, Expansion Academy, of course, are number 1 seed with an 8-1 record. Their roster is Hype, Ferox, Creed, Blitzleague, and Zeke. And then on the side of Snakebite, who are the number 4 seed and a 6-3 record, their team is Alpha, Yui, Macfish, Curse Wolf, and Timmy. So some interesting stuff coming out here. Of course, Snakebite not exactly favoured in this, and just like to mention, the expansion team are being idiots and they just joined the game for no reason. But
I can confirm that was Creed.
yeah,
Everyone spam ban Creed in the chat,
yeah,
please.
I'm not surprised it was Creed, to be honest, because Creed is a bit special. But anyways, no big deal. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So those are the rosters that are coming in today, Savvy. So yeah, have we got any initial thoughts on how this match could play out? What do you think both these teams will be feeling coming into this?
Well, I think Expansion are definitely going to be the favoured team on paper. I mean, in league play, they've pretty much stomped most teams this season in Div 2. However, it's going to be a different roster for them, picking up Creed as a replacement for Nico, I believe. So that'll be an interesting way to see how that pans out for them. And Snakebite, of course, they've been on and off this season. They've scraped together quite a few good results, though, and I'm sure they'll be fancying themselves as contenders for today's playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's gonna be some really interesting stuff coming into this. So I think we'll now head into our predictions, Savvy, and we'll see what we think will happen in this match. So we'll start with you, Savvy. Give us your prediction for this game and the scoreline as well.
I can't imagine it being too different from previous results. I think Expansion are going to take this one 4-1, probably.
Alright, 4-1. Yeah, I think that is a fair prediction. I just need to actually find expansion here. Yeah, there they are. So, expansion 4-1. I think that's a fair prediction, I have to say. I think I'll have to agree with you. I think I'll have to go with expansion as well. I think I'll go 4-1 as well. I don't see Snakebite taking too many games here. I think at the last meeting it was a 3-0 sweep, I believe. So I think expansion have this one in the bag, honestly. They're heavily favoured coming into this. I think they will continue that run of form. Of course, the roster today, I think, is probably one of the strongest additions of their team. But of course, Snakebite, I think they have their strongest form in their roster. So it's going to be a real clash here. Plus, I think the rosters are completely different to when we last saw them play. They played quite a while ago, and now the teams are a bit different. So we'll see how that plays out for them. Perhaps expansion are a bit more of like a pick-up team, if you will, whereas Snakebite are more structured, if you'd put it that way. But I think unless we have anything else to say, Savvy, I'll dive straight into this game.
Yeah, I'm super ready to see how this one goes.
Yeah, I'm the same, so I hope everyone else is ready for this. We'll now dive into this game. Again, it is Expansion Academy going up against Snakebite for the Division 2 playoffs. Of course, in the semi-finals, best of 7. Let's go straight into this one. We'll be back after this map animation. ladies and gentlemen, we are getting things kicking off here in game 1 of this best of 7. Of course it is Expansion Academy and Snakebite. Let's see how this one plays out. As this ball is walking its way into the midfield, Ferrex and Timmy up against each other. They both missed the ball though. Creed will boom this one down the field. Macfish in a bit of an awkward spot, but he moves the ball well. Looking to take this one now. Now here comes Hype, clearing it out. Ferrex puts it into the box. Timmy will get the clear out. Now here comes Creed, looking to put a pass into the sensor. It's dropping down to the box. Cars Wolf will be the one forced to make the save. Now Ferrex going back in, booming this one into the box again, looking for the follow-up. Now here comes Creed, bringing this into the centre again, and it is cleared across the box by Macfish, looking to take this one out himself. Gets it past Height, but the bump will grant the ball over again to Expansion. And it's dropping down into the box. Corswolf with a nice save to get it out. And Creed again back in the box. Savvy so far it's just been all Expansion on the offense, really, you know. Is there much Snakebite can do to really counter this?
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like they're going to need to find some big clears to get out of this. In fact, has already been threatening the double tap on the backboard earlier on. I think it's going to be all Expansion this first part of the game unless Snakebite can change it up a bit.
Yeah, definitely. It's, you know, they got to make quite a bit of a change here on the side of Expansion, or Snakebite, sorry, but as I say that, here comes Creed to finally put a goal through after so much pressure. It's 1-0 to Expansion here.
Yeah, that's a fantastic goal from Creed. A great read on the backboard, snipes it into the top corner, and there's not much the Snakebite defenders can do about that one.
Yeah, definitely. So now they've got the sort of lead finally that they've been working for. We'll see if they can keep this up. As Timmy does get a great win on the kickoff, but Creed does read it well. He will get back in time for that one. And now Creed again looking for another touch here. Here comes Cars Wolf to get the clear out. Now Timmy looking for a redirect, but he goes up with Cars Wolf and will give a chance over to Expansion to make an attack of their own. Now of course trying to interrupt this play here. And will fall to Timmy, who just booms it out. Now Hype misses that one. Creed is caught off guard with it, but he will definitely take his time here. Just looking to bait in some attackers here because his teammates tend to get behind him. And he will lead the attack down as the miss on the defense. Creed will find his second. He is definitely popping off so far in this game.
Yeah, that's great patience from Creed on the defense. He gets the flick at the perfect time to make it super awkward for Cursed Wolf, and that's a great little finish there.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from him. He's just been leading the offense for his team. And now we'll look if he can keep it up as no one goes for the kickoff on the side of Expansion. That's a bit weird. I think Hype was the one on that one, but nevertheless, they won't concede because of it. They'll handle it well. Now Hype puts it into the middle for Creed, but the net is open, and this is Creed finding a hat-trick so early in this game. What happened to your Savvy?
Well, it looks like the Snakebite are just struggling from a pretty full 50-50 there. Hype absolutely dunked on the defender, and Creed's left with the open net. Perhaps the rotation was a bit too slow as there's no Snakebite defender back ready for it.
Yeah, Snakebite, they got to sort themselves out here. They're 3-0 down so early in this game. And now Expansion will want to increase the lead even more, but here comes Snakebite in the offense. Carswell trying to find an angle on that one, but can't get it. Timmy puts it into the center. Hype will clear it out, and Creed will help him out with the clear. Now Hype is there, putting it into the middle for Ferrex. He will be beating the defender to this one. Look at the dunk Timmy, but it's very tough on Timmy to get this one out. But Creed now with the corner read potentially, but can't find it. Here comes Hype, trying to put it into the middle, but Timmy pinches it out. And Ferrex will bail out, but Creed will cover for him well. And now Timmy looking to pick this one up, but he can't read that one. Creed into the centre, Mark Fisher with a nice clear. Over to Cars Wolf potentially. Looking to take it, so gets the flick over. Brilliant finish from Cars to bring one back for Snakebite.
Yeah, that's a perfectly timed flip from Cursed Wolf. He takes his time because he knows Hype can't challenge him as last man. It's a really nice dunk over him. And hopefully we see more from this from Snakebite for a very competitive series in the making.
Yeah, definitely. 2 minutes 10 seconds. It's still possible for them to get themselves back into this game. Of course, maybe this is the goal that starts it off. We'll see. As now Creed looking to take this onto the offense. Passes it over to Hype potentially, but Cars just reads it instantly. And now, here comes Cars, trying to put it into the middle. Macfish hesitating a little bit, and he will be punished as he is demoed. Could have potentially gone for a shot. But now here comes Timmy, putting it into the middle. Korsov is on it, but he couldn't find the angle on it. Now Max diving in. Ferrex will be getting this one into the middle potentially, but Timmy is there. Booms it high for Macfish. Can he find the shot? He cannot. Doesn't get contact on the ball actually. And now Hype, he is advancing this one down the field. Wins the fifth record, but it is into the centre for Creed. Getting his 4th goal from 4 shots. Incredible stuff here from Expansion.
Yeah, Creed ready to pounce on it as always, and Snakebite crumbling apart. I feel like they need to throw in something different. They need to get some demos on these expansion plays because they're just not being challenged enough at the moment.
Yeah, definitely said it right there. A minute and a half. Snakebite, they look to change the way they play in this series because Creed's just been like a pain in the backside for them at the moment. You got 100% shot accuracy for Creed. He's just been pouncing on every opportunity he finds, and that can be incredibly dangerous for Snakebite coming into this one. As this one is pinched into the box. Wolf sends it high. Timmy will try to clear it, but he does miss the ball, and here comes Creed for the shot, but Macfish will surely have it. He does. Now here comes Hype, looking to play its sensor. Macfish does clear it out, and Ferrex into his own corner. It will bounce out and away. And of course, back into the corner again, but Hype is ready and waiting. Here comes Timmy for a potential shooting chance. It is bouncing, and Wolf puts it down to Macfish. He will look to finish it, but it will eventually go in on the line. Good play from Snakebite, but boy, that was really close to being clear, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was so close, but you have to say it's an amazing pass from Wolf off the backboard. Not only to be ready for it, but then also to drop it down perfectly from Mac, who gets a nice finish, although has to make it a bit awkward for himself.
Yeah, definitely. It was just rolling in, and Hype couldn't get to it, unfortunately. It was backwards, but yeah, Snakebite look to build some confidence here as now Macfish is looking to work it back into the box once again. And Creed, the main man for expansion, and looking to clear it out, but it is over to Hype now. And Timmy will look to put it over to the right side. Wolf could have potentially turned for that, but yeah, it doesn't really matter too much now. 2 goals in half a minute, not looking likely as things have played out so far. And Snakebite looking for potential consolation. Macfish with a demo, and Timmy with another one, but despite that, Creed will be the one with possession. He misses the ball, but he buys adequate time for his team. And another demo from Max onto Creed. The time is running down, 10 seconds left. And we got to ask Savvy, you know, what changes does Snakebite need to make going into this next game?
Well, I think they need to be a little bit more careful on their rotation. I mean, they've been caught out a couple times conceding open nets when they really shouldn't have been. And we saw later on in the game they managed to get in a few little demos there, which definitely threw off the expansion side and managed to get a couple goals. So hopefully we'll see more of that next game.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We're advancing into game 2. Let's see if Snakebite can find a response here. Well, we're now advancing into the second game of this series, Expansion Academy making a statement of a first game in this series. Now look to continue it here. Now here comes Wolf with a shot on net. Hype. It is an easy clear for him, but now 2 players up for Snakebite. The communication not looking great still for them. So Timmy will look to make a pass back, but it will not be happening. Now here comes Creed taking over on the offense. It is cleared out instantly. That demo from Creed can hopefully open up a bit of space as Hype is looking to work this one down, but couldn't find contact. Now he's just looking for bumps here, but Timmy will take control of the ball. And here comes Ferrex cutting in for us, looking for the air drill potentially and a dunk, but Max will get it. Now Creed into the center for Hype, but of course is there to receive it. And now this one going off the back, we're bouncing down Timmy, looking for an angle potentially. It's a good effort, and now a bit of panic on the expansion side. Ferrex will be the one to take it out. Now a brilliant flick from him. Max is up for us. Now Hype for the follow-up potentially, but Timmy will clear it out. Now will potential redirect attempt, but he did backflip on it. Now looking to dunk Creed, but Creed with incredible patience there. Now flicking it over Timmy. Looking to lead the way in the offensive end, but Karsh just bullying him at the moment. And it will mean a counter-attack could come out here for the Snakebite side. But a minute in, Savvy, it's looking much more balanced in this game.
Yeah, the team's been very back and forth so far. Creed with the, I believe he just spawned and got the clear away there. But it's been very close. I mean, we've had some real back and forth clears, although both teams are definitely looking a lot more confident this game than last.
Yeah, for sure. Snakebite, I think they've solved some of their issues here and they're looking a lot stronger. As now, Markfish will be closing this one out. Cars is trying to intercept this one for Ferrex, but he's off the ceiling. Could he make the recovery? I think it would have been possible if Timmy didn't clear that one out, maybe. Now here comes Max, another clear out. Now here comes Timmy, looking to center it, but I think he missed a touch. That was a ghost set, I think. And now Mark with a demo on Ferrex. Curse Wolf, let's clear it out. Creed will get a touch high, but now Timmy is up for looking for the shot. He couldn't find the angle, but Max there for the follow-up. 1-0 to Snakebite. This is what they needed.
Yeah, that's great poacher play from Mac. I mean, Ferrex can't quite get to the touch in time, and Timmy punishes really hard there. Mac in perfect position to take advantage.
Yep, definitely. 2 minutes in, they do find the leads. Of course, they're looking a lot stronger in this game, which is lovely to see for them. They can hope to keep this series competitive. As now here comes Cards, looking to pass this up the ceiling to Timmy, looking for the pinch actually, which I guess works out fairly well. Now Creed will pick it up. Neutral 50 coming out here, Timmy's still working it through. Now here comes Cards, looking to pick it up. Yeah, the patience there, trying to bait in the defending player. Now off the bat wall, can he make the pass? No, Creed is there to clear it out. Here comes Matt, winning that 50 there. Ferrex does put it into the centre for Hype. He'll look to boom it over to Creed potentially, but he's on his way back. And he will allow Timmy to come in, but now Ferrex is up for a potential shot. The double tap, maybe no. Creed couldn't get the follow up either. And now Hype, the last man, looking to play time here. Looking for a chance actually. Puts it off the backboard again for Creed. And he will find the shot past the right post. Great stuff here to tie it up.
Yeah, it's a great pass off the backboard from Hype, although you have to say Turtle could have been up on the backboard there to challenge it. And then Creed with a great finish, perfect placement into the place where the Snakebite defenders can't reach it.
Yeah, I think Creed saw that Karswolf was going for the ceiling save there off the roof of the goal, but yeah, it was brilliant placement from him to get past both defenders in the net. But I would have liked to see Karswolf on the backboard, as he said there. It would have perhaps been a more favourable position for him. As now Mark's looking for a shot here, but it will be cleared out by Creed again. And Snakebite, they do have some time to work with. Timmy decides to boom it onto the backboard. Follow-up coming out from Timmy, but it is off the post. Good effort from him, but he will not get it this time. Now Curse will put this one into his own corner. Here comes Ferrex for the centre. But Max will be there. He does miss it though. Timmy will cover for him well. Now Timmy can't find a second touch to redirect it out potentially. Here comes Ferrex to put it into the box. Now Curse will putting it into the corner. Can Markfish get a centre off of this? He can't. Now Zero Boost will look to go back as Timmy will block it. Now Curse trying to get it over to Timmy potentially on the wing, but now Hype. Let's get a touch on it. Markfish will get it regardless. Now Ferrex puts it into the box. Oh my, is this one rolling in? It is. Ferrex does manage to get it past the entire Snakebite defense. I mean, it just seems like Snakebite completely collapsed in the rotation here, Savo.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting that little rotation cut from Ferrex, but it was incredibly smart to cut in there, get the cheeky shot off the wall, and he has an open net, so fair enough, 2-1.
Yeah, definitely cutting in rotation can definitely throw off the opponents, especially at this level of play. It is a good thing to do. This could be an incredibly smart decision if it's done correctly. And now Snakebite, they're on the back foot here. A minute 15, they've got time to work with. They just got to take their chances when they come here. It's our Carswolf on the sidewall against Hype. Does get it off his corner. The follow-up is not there though, as Creed does get the save. And now Max looking to get this one into the centre. A bit of confusion inside of expansion though. And now 1 minute left. What can Snakebite do here as Ferrex does clear this one out, and he will get the third one here. Markfish can't get up to it. Doing one for expansion. They look like their old selves again.
Yeah, Ferrex here gets a really powerful hit up the field, and I think Macfish thought Timmy was up for it, so he didn't quite go up in time, and then it's an awkward save, and it's quite unfortunate for him.
Yeah, rather unfortunate for him. Now expansion, they are getting it themselves to 3-1 leads here, and Creed will look to extend it to 4, but Curse with a great demo to deny that other chance. But now the pressure is still on. Ferrex backboarded it, but Hype is up for it. He did wait for quite a long time there. And now here comes Creed off the back wall. Curse did block it, and Max will pick it up. 30 seconds left. The attack coming out here for Snakebite. Max looking to play it himself, but great save by Hype. And now they're looking to work this one back down the field again. Let's see what they can do. As Timmy puts this one on net, Ferrex on another save, he puts it high. Now Timmy with a great demo, but Hype will still get the clear out. He does get demoed afterwards, but he does his job well enough. 10 seconds left. Mark Fisher looking for one more. Will be put into the corner. We can't consider this one in the hands of Expansion. Yeah, it's 2-0 for them now, Expansion. 1-1 will be on match point. Snakebite will look to get a real response going into the third game of this series here.
And my game has crashed, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'll be one moment.
Yeah, but we'll now get into this third game, guys. We'll be back after this animation. Well, here we go, guys. Game 3 of this series about to get underway. Expansion lead by 2 games here. So they've got a great advantage coming into this one. But you got to win 4 here as Hype gets an early chance. Coastal does get the save, but Creed just there to pounce on it. And Expansion, they do get themselves the early lead here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a kick-off goal there. Great kick-off from Ferrex to put on the pressure, and Hype with almost perfect placement, doesn't quite find it. We saw a couple kick-off goals in the series yesterday. We'll see how that, if that has a tilt factor on Snakebite and how they can take this forwards.
Yeah, we will see as now Snakebite they want to get a response here as Timmy is potentially on this ball, but he's a bit late to it, and this one rolling towards the net. Carswolf will be there for the save. They'll look to get this one further out, but now Hype with the potential shot. Mark does block it. But onto the backboard, Timmy will be here for the clear though, but he does miss contact. Now Ferrex has a chance, looking for the double tap potentially. It was a good effort, but it makes out for a great pass for Creed as they bring their lead to 2 goals.
Creed back to his old self, picking up 2 goals in the first 26 seconds. That's a great little double tap from Ferrex there off the backboard to get the pass in. And Creed is so ready for it. And the Snakebite defenders, they're not quite reading these plays from Expansion Academy.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great place coming out from Expansion and Creed. 2 goals already, look like he's getting oneself, and is that a double fake from them? Oh my, they're bringing out some pretty creative strats here to try to get possession. It does work out perfectly, as now Creed will get it into the Snakebite half, and this is the 3rd goal potentially. No, the double commit from Snakebite will get it out, but now Ferrex will keep the pressure on. A bit of panic on Snakebite here, but Mac will clear it out. Now Creed still trying to beat Timmy to it. He's looking for a pass in, but Hype is up for it already, but actually Creed almost gets the shot, and the follow-up is not there, but sadly, these plays from Expansion, you can see they're playing with full confidence right now.
Yeah, they're so confident right now, and I feel like they're gonna this sort of play style is gonna lead to them scoring a lot of goals, maybe conceding a lot of goals as well, because as we see, they're pretty much overcommitting a little bit, but Kurzweil ready to punish that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was a nice double tap off the backboard. Hype couldn't get to that one, unfortunately, and there's no one there to protect the net, but yeah, Snakebite, they will get themselves one back. I think Expansion, they'll want to be careful to not be too overconfident here, because that can lead to them doing some stupid stuff, and yeah, they just want to make sure they keep it composed, but confidence is a great thing, you do need that. Playing hesitant isn't the thing you want, so Max will boom it down the field, and now picking this one up will be Max here into the centre. Here comes Cars for the shot, but it is cleared away again. Now Creed with the demo on Timmy. We'll give Hype the chance to clear it out, but Max with a bit of an awkward touch. We'll pass it over to Timmy though, but again Ferrex with the demo. Now Cars looking to push this one. Hype does boom it down the field again. Timmy the last man, looking to clear it off the backboard. Good stuff from him, but it's back over to Ferrex. And now Hype misses that touch. Creed will still be able to get the shot though. I don't think the Snakebite players were expecting that whiff, but the hat trick from Creed here already. Just back to his old self, as he said, sadly.
Yeah, again, less than 2 minutes into the game, he's already found himself a hat-trick with 5 shots on net. This is getting pretty ridiculous from Creed.
Yeah, for sure. He's just outstanding in this game. It's just beautiful to see from him. Now 3-1 up. They're looking to extend the lead even more. Ferrex has a booming shot there. Kurzweil with the save. Hype with the follow. Does put it bottom right. Brilliant placement from Hype. And yeah, just everyone on Expansion showing up here.
Yeah, Ferrex with a great shot there to put on good pressure, and Hype with the perfect placement pretty much. Keeps it calm, keeps it bottom right. And that's 4-1 already in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, Sabby, I'll have to ask you this question, and I think I've asked it already twice, but yeah, I noticed in Snakebite, you know, a lot of times it does seem to be gifting possession over to the side of expansion, and you know, it's all benefiting them, but is there much else you can really say that Snakebite could change their play to really keep the series competitive?
Well, I noticed specifically on the last goal there, Cursed Wolf Gap, it was a good save, although he kind of seemed like he rushed where he was placing it a little bit. He kind of hit it straight into Hype. And if we want to see Snakebite picking it up again, we're going to have to see more consideration on that sort of play.
Yeah, so bring the fifth here, of course. I feel like Snakebite perhaps don't have as much composure because this seems like they're booming it to the opponents a lot of the time and not, you know, they don't recognize, you know, okay, I have time here, so I just don't need to rush. But when you do rush, you just give it to the opponents and it just grants some goals there. But that was a great play from Expansion there to get the demo on the keeper on it. There's an open net from Ferrex. Now Hype looking for the sixth potentially. Gets it past Timmy, but Max is here to pick it up off the ceiling. What can he do with it? Tries to get a second up, but now Curse just booms it down the field. Hype will be there for the save though. Now here comes Timmy looking for a read on this. Ferrex gets it out. And now Hype going for a demo again, I think, but Curse is there to preemptively get that. Now Creed cross gets to Ferrex, looking to pass it back, but he can't find contact with the ball. Here comes Hype on zero boost. Mac will have a chance here. Creed misses the corner read, but here comes Timmy. Ferrex baiting in Timmy. Boy, that is ballsy from Ferrex to do that. And he basically humiliates Timmy there. Now here comes Creed looking to play it on his own. Potential shot there. Now Ferrex trying to read it. Now here comes Hype taking his time here. There's no one pressuring from Snakebite, I'm seeing. Now Timmy will get the clear out. Matt Fisher that demo on Ferrex will grant a chance here. Here comes the attacking play as Max is up for the shot. He will find it. And finally Snakebite will get themselves one back.
Yeah, I'm noticing when Snakebite are taking to the air like that and they're playing confidently, Max with a great shot, they can really punish Expansion, who are seemingly they're a little bit slow to get back sometimes. They spend a lot of time up the field, so playing it high in the air could work out well for Snakebite.
Yeah, for sure. They will look to play to their strengths here. I feel like they've not been doing that so well in this series so far, but yeah, I feel like they are better in the aerial play here, whereas Expansion, they're a much more ground-based team, and they excel in that area of the field. So we'll see what happens as Ferrex does get it out in the way. Here comes Cursed out to the side, and Timmy will pick this one up. And Cursed looking to carry it in the field. He is taking a lot of time here. Looking for a flick, gets it past Creed, but Ferrex will be back for it. Here comes Timmy, looking to center, but Hype is on the backboard already with Ferrex though, and now Timmy can get this one into the net. Bit of a positioning mistake here for Expansion as the third is found for Snakebite.
Yeah, and that's a great little touch from Timmy there to not only find the angle, but also be in there in the first place to read what the defenders were doing and how the touch would be really awkward for them. And we've got a game on our hands. 1 minute left and 2 goals to catch up. It could happen.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what they can do here. And of course, the back left strat coming out here for Expansion. Creed can't find a touchdown though. And here comes Matt with a shot. It is wide. Curse with a follow up into the bottom right. Snakebite really mounting a comeback in this game.
Yeah, I love this this mental character from Snakebite here. They've come back 3 goals already now. And they only need to find one more, and they've got a whole other minute to do it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they've definitely got the capability to do it. Expansion, it does look to try, you know, calm it down a little bit here. Say, guys, we don't want to give away this lead here. We've still got the 1-0 leads. Let's just try to play a little bit more careful here. Don't give Snakebite anything to work with, and let's see what they can do. As Creed has a shot off the backboard potentially, but can't find anything else. And their Cars looking to work it down the field. Hype back passing it to Ferrex. Great vision there, but here comes Cars for the block. Now Creed working it down the field. Max has to make this save. He does do it though. Now Ferrex with the follow up. The shot is wide. Max puts it into the midfield. Hype and Timmy are up for it. Timmy does win that challenge. Now Cards looking to put it even further through. Timmy looking for the infield pass. It's off the backboard. Ferrex with the save. And now they're looking to get the counter attack going here. Ferrex has Creed to work with. The infield pass coming through. And the bump as well. Brilliant counter attack from Expansion to put themselves 2 goal up.
Yeah, Expansion really showing off their talent here. Ferrex with a fantastic infield pass to Creed, who gets a good shot. And Ferrex not giving up, gets the bump on Matt Fish to make sure it goes in. For a 2-goal lead, 22 seconds left, it's looking like it's Expansion's game again.
Yeah, for sure, the composure there for them to bring themselves back into this game after conceding 3 goals unanswered. They do get that nice play there, but here comes Mark to get one more into the top left. It just seems like, you know, goals galore in game 3, now 6-5 in this game.
Yeah, an instant response here from Snakebite. Again, that mental fortitude, they're not giving up. They're absolutely relentless in trying to find this comeback. And 15 seconds left. They'll need to find a kickoff goal, but it could happen.
Yeah, they did have a kickoff goal pretty much just there, it seemed like, so we'll see what happens as this one is in the Snakebite half, not what they want here. Ferrex putting it into the centre. Here goes Macfish, a nice touch out to Cosmo potentially, but he doesn't have a great read on this. They'll need to keep the ball up here. As Timmy looking to just wait for Creed's touch. Here comes Macfish, very patient on the ground here. Now Ferrex looking to just kill it. He does do it successfully. It is 3-0 for expansion now. They are on match point, which is the position they want to be in. One more game and they will be taking this in a sweep. Can they do it? Let's find out. We'll be going into game 4 now. We're now advancing into the 4th and potentially final game. Expansion on for the sweep in its best of 7, but Snakebite, they showed a lot of mental fortitude in that game by trying to mount a comeback, and they only lost by 1 goal, but it was 6-5 for those that missed it, so we'll see if they can keep that up in this game. As they can try get an early start here. Macfish trying to get a dunk here with his limited boost. He gets it past 1, but Creed will be there. A bit of an awkward save, but he does fake out one of his teammates. And now Max look for a shot, but brilliant recovery from Creed to get that save. And he looks to groove it back down the field as Timmy looking to just take it over his own goal. Puts it into the corner. Hype is there, puts it back to Creed. But it is a little bit awkward for him. And Creed just nicking it off a Kurswolf here. Who's now put himself back into the Octane here. He was in the breakout for the first few games, but yeah, we'll see how that works out for Karst here. It's now Hype, pinches it into the midfield. Karst and Timmy are on this, but they will clear it in the end. Now Timmy against Ferrex. It is pinched into the midfield. Karst with a nice clear out. And here comes Hype. Karst will get a touch potentially. No, Macfish will get it instead. And Timmy just playing patient here, waiting for the backward touch. He does try to get the rebound. Both of them miss it. And Hype will get the first goal for expansion. 1-0 here.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff there. Creed with the backboard and Hype not quite trusting him to hit the backboard now. Maybe he just wants it for himself, but he goes up and he finds the double tap. And it's a fair enough finish, 1-0 to expansion.
Yeah, they will definitely take it, even though it was a double commit. So it was a bit of an awkward situation for Snakebite, though I felt they made it awkward for themselves. Now, Timmy looking at the clear out once again. Here comes Max, he is up for this. It is a high ball. Now Max just chases this one down. Creed with a light touch, try to control it. Now Timmy out into the left corner. Ferrex in a bit of an awkward spot. He will reverse into it though, and he will get it clear eventually. And Macfish into the centre. Timmy does backflip though, but he may have time to get it still. He does. Now Ferrex booming it down the field. It is put into the centre here as Creed puts a shot on it. Macfish with the save, and Karst does recover to put it out. Here comes Ferrex into the corner. Gets the corner read potentially into the centre. Here comes Creed to get a shot on net, but it is panic to the side of the Snakebite, but Timmy will be the one to take it out. Gets it past 2 players. And Ferrex now clears it back. Timmy again with another flick. Doing a good job to control it, but they can't really get it out of their half as Matt will clear it out again. Now Creed's putting a shot on net. Karst puts it onto his own backboard, and here comes Ferrex. Puts it into the box, and now still Savvy, expansion, and looking like they're all ways, just putting so much pressure on the Snakebite team here.
Almost a goal left coming out from Karst on the counter attack with the demo, but I'd say all series long we've had these little issues with Snakebite, especially on the backboard there. We saw the first goal in this game coming off the backboard, and they're just not quite challenging enough. They're giving expansion a little bit too much time to work with what they want to do.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see how they look to adapt as we are halfway through this game. Snakebite, they have got to score here to tie it up at least. but they've been on the back foot so far this game. They've just been stuck in their own half and they couldn't find a way out so far. But they have shown some brilliance here in the offensive end. Of course, they did try to get a demo play going, but they could not capitalise, unfortunately. So 2 minutes left, can they do it? Timmy will look for the back pass to Markbush. Now the pre-jump coming out from Creed, a bit ambitious from him. So of course we'll look to put it into the centre, or the ground pinch potentially, but now it is towards the net. Timmy going to clear it out. Now Ferrex looking to work this one into the box. Hype comes in. Here comes Creed for the shot potentially. It is high. And of course we'll be given a free ball to work with. He looks to dribble it out, but Ferrex will block it. Now Markbush with a demo on a defender. It is an open net, but it's off the post. Of course, can't get the finish though, and Timmy will come in eventually. So close to get that one through, but they do find an equaliser eventually.
Yeah, Snakebite once again bringing out these physical players, and it's turning out really well for them. Although Curse couldn't quite get the finish, Timmy's ready for it, and this is a great little striker play from Timmy there to tie up the game.
Yeah, we'll see if they can convert that into a lead, as now Creed will be following off this kickoff perfectly, but Timmy does read it well. Now he has Curse to work with in the middle, does make the pass, and Curse tries to get a shot, but it is wide. And now both players not sure of what to do. They'll look for a potential back pass, but Mark and Timmy collide. And now Creed receiving that pass from Ferrex, but Ferrex does end up getting a touch in it afterwards, which is not what he wanted. Now Costa Zero Bush trying to get the play going here, but Ferrex does get it. And now the shot on net, Timmy does miss it though, it is off the post, rather unfortunate there. Now Mark trying to work this one into the centre, got a passing option in the form of Curse, but couldn't find a touch. And now Timmy into the corner, Creed will be the one to boom it out. Now Creed looking for a follow-up again. Here comes Ferrex for a potential shot, but great read by Max. They're hyped with the follow-up. Timmy will be the one to make the save, and Max will clear it out to the left wing where Curse is waiting. Now Hype, accidental touch into the midfield for Matt. He does get the touch there. Two players jump for expansion, but Creed is really quick there to recover. Now Curse will off the backboard. It is back down into the box. Can Markbush get a shot here? Puts it over to Timmy potentially. It was a good option, but the pass was too fast. Now 30 seconds left to 1-1 still. Both teams looking on fire at the moment.
Yeah, expansion having a lot of double commits in the past minute or so. Although it's definitely been very close. I think they've been stellar on the offense. Although this game they haven't had a chance to put their shots away, which they're really going to struggle with as they're a team that's going to be defined by their offense, I think.
Yeah, definitely, and that is double commitment from Snakebite. It will give Creed the chance potentially. He looks for a bit of a freestyle, but it was a bit questionable for him. But now as the clock runs down, we are looking into overtime. Unless Snakebite can get a play going here, the pass back down from Kirsten marked. Now the ball is still high, still possible for Snakebite, but I think they want to kill it now. And it will happen. OT in this game. Save, 1 goal separates expansion from the finals. I mean, who do you think will come out on top of this one, judging by the game so far?
Well, I think Snakebite have definitely shown a lot of very strong mentality. And as you mentioned earlier, the team that's been together longer, and I feel like that's going to carry them through this overtime, to be honest. I think that they're going to just show that little bit of character that they need as Timmy gets the shot. And there you go.
Well, there we have it, Snakebite. They do take this overtime, and yeah, they did manage to get a game on the board. They will deny the sweep for expansion, but yeah, it was a great shot from Timmy there. Ferrex couldn't get back in time for it. And we will be seeing game 5 in this series, ladies and gentlemen. Could Snakebite get the reverse sweep? It is a massive ask, but certainly possible. They showed a lot of mental fortitude in this game. Let's see what happens in game 5. Alright, game 5, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get us onto this one. Snakebite finally getting a game on the board, denying the sweep for expansion. But now let's see if expansion can take it in this game this time. Snakebite showing some mental fortitude, as I mentioned in the last game. Now Hype has a chance here. Great read from Matt to get this one away. Now here comes Timmy, booms it down the field. Matt could potentially put this one up, puts the centre in, but Timmy did not have a good read on that one. Let's bang back down the field again. Kosh trying to control it. Does do a good job of it, gets the pinch out. He will look to follow it up himself, looking for a centre potentially, but he's just trying to take it all himself, but yeah, it is eventually stopped there. Now Timmy puts it down to Macfish, who tries to get it to the backboard. Hype and Ferrex are there for it. Ferrex is the one that commits to it eventually. Now Timmy, a shot on net. Hype does get the save away. And now still Snakebite trying to put some pressure on, but Creed will put this one out. And Max intercepting it. Hype will be the one to put it onto the backboard. Creed looking for a pass down. He does get the touch on it, but Timmy will put it away. And now, of course, back into the midfield still. Here comes Hype. Let's put it down. Macfish with a touch potentially, but Timmy will cover for him. And then here comes Hype for another clear. Crosswolf puts it into the corner. Can he find something here? Timmy on the backboard again, but Hype will be the one to clear it out. And yes, Savvy, it's just like a back and forth so far between these two teams.
Yeah, the first goal could come at any point in time here for either team. I mean, it's looking so even at the moment. I see people in chat calling for the Snakebite reverse sweep, calling for me to call it, but I'm still going to stand by the initial prediction here, so we'll see what happens then.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll have to stick by the prediction I made as well. I think we made the exact same prediction to Savage, so I think I'm confident in it still. But Timmy will look to prove us wrong as he tried to get a shot there. Now, of course, off the backboard, he might have gotten the flip reset there, but it would have not mattered anyway. But Timmy looking to continue the pressure here. Of course, we'll get the clear out, or Creed will get the clear, sorry. Here comes Karst eventually. And now, of course, looking for a touch on this, but he's not in the best spot potentially. And now Max looked for the clear, but Timmy, very patient here, trying to bait in the defenders. So now he looks to work it into the box. Let's get a touch on it, but it is too powerful, right across the opponent's goal. Of course, loses that challenge there. Matt will look to just take it over, but Creed trying to pre-jump it. Was a bit ambitious from him, but it will be working out for the Snakebite side. This one is boomed back into their own end though, and of course missed the read there. Ferrex puts it high off the backboard. 2 players up for expansion. Creed does bail out and allow Hype to go for it. Now Matt and Timmy both on that one. Here comes Hype for the clear. And now Matt puts it back towards the Cursed Wolf, who puts it out, and still Savvy. It is 0-0 in this game. We're halfway through this game. What's it going to take for either team to break the tie here?
Yeah, I'm noticing expansion going for a few more possession plays here, a few more infield passes, and I think that's going to be what they need. I mean, I think we've seen one infield pass this entire series, and it was for a expansion goal, and Ferrex proving that maybe that's not the case.
Yeah, expansion do find their first goal of this game, and yeah, it was just a solo play here for Ferrex. No one in the goal to defend that. Finds the angle, just as you like, and now 2 minutes 8 seconds left. Snakebite, they could still bring this one back. They've shown a lot stronger version of themselves compared to earlier in the series. So we'll see what they can do here. As Karst will get a touch on that. Creed does get a shot though, and Max will clear it. Let's get this one away. Now Snakebite on the attack here. Timmy looking to work this one in. He does get off the corner wall. Matt can't find a touch though. And Karst, a bit of an awkward touch here. He was pushed a little bit too far for my liking. And now here comes Timmy. Gets a booming clear out. Here comes Korswolf trying to put it into center for Macfish. It was a good idea, but he couldn't get the power on it. Mac back to him though. Ferrex is off the backboards. Here comes Timmy for a potential center. The pinch there. Can he get this one middle? No, he can. Here comes Matt. Try to get it center himself. Now here comes Koss for a booming shot. Does get it through to tie things up here in game 5. Brilliant placement from him.
Yeah, and that's great patience as well. Not only just to wait for the touch and then also get the perfect placement on the bounce. Great technique there from Kurzwolf to put it into a nice place in the goal. 120 kilometers an hour to tie it up.
Yeah, it was a boomer there. No chance the defender could get to that one. Now here comes Creed. He is picking this one off the kickoff. Can he get the goal here? Kurst with the save. There's back and forth here still between these two teams. And here comes Ferrex with a high touch. Now Matt coming in for this one. See what happens as Ferrex does clear it out again. Here comes Kurst to intercept it. Now looking for the dunk here, but Hype plays it low. Smart decision from him. And now Timmy puts it out to Kurst. Puts it in middle for Macfish. What can he find for this one? Not a lot. And Creed will look to control it, but it's a bit of confusion as of expansion. Creed will clear it out as well. Here comes them on the offense now, but Timmy with a demo on Hype. He could give a chance here for Snakebite. Now Kurst should have put it in middle, but he misses contact on the ball. So 45 seconds here. Again, it is just back and forth, Savage. Just really close between the two sides.
Yeah, Snakebite definitely picked up the pressure a little bit, forcing expansion into these awkward defensive plays, and I'm noticing they're Hype especially has been pretty low on boost for the past couple of minutes, and it's going to be a real struggle for them to keep up if they want to stay in the series.
Yeah, 25 seconds to go. It could be another overtime here unless one of the teams finds another play here, and it could be Snakebite, but Ferrex with a clear area. He looks for a second touch into the middle, but Macfish is there all day for it. But Hype does intercept it as well. But still, Corsa will get the clear out. 10 seconds to go. Creed can't find a touch on this. It is a chance for Snakebite. The backboard touch by Timmy. It is missed there, but Creed will be able to intercept it, and it looks like to kill it. It is in their half. This one is played high, but it looks to just bounce straight down. Overtime in this game again. Safi, 1 goal separates Expansion again from a victory, but last time they lost at overtime. How do you think they'll deal with this one now?
Yeah, I'm liking Snakebite's chances in this game actually. I think they've been boost starving and pressuring Expansion for since the second goal of the game, and it's definitely been looking in their favour. And I feel like that mental fortitude they showed in the past few games is definitely going to come back and be a aid for them here, although I'm not quite sure if it's going to be enough to take them through to the next game.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. Of course, something like Snakebite, they could build their mental strength up in this series. Of course, they've already done it with that overtime one. They could do it again in this game as Timmy gets a demo on Ferrex. But Creed is playing this one so well. Fakes out Curse with that one. And the ground pinch. What the?
Wow.
What a play from Creed. Just back down the field. And that is what will send them to the finals. Oh my.
Yeah, Creed's been the star man all series for Expansion there. A fantastic mind game off the backboard. Gets the ground pinch 100 kilometers an hour from across the map, and that's fantastic play from Creed as we've seen all series.
Yeah, it's beautiful from Creed. He's just been on fire the whole series, and he just did that. That is incredible from Creed. Just well played from them. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be Expansion Academy in the Division 2 finals on Snakebite. They'll be dropping down to the 3rd place playoff, and they'll be looking for a spot in the promotion tournament there. They've got to win that if they want a chance at Div 1. But there we go, Expansion. They are in the finals. As now go